Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Emma, and we're playing Dragon Age Inquisition. Let's just get right into it. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
What do you mean everyone's dead?
Explain this.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need her, Cassandra.
I am having such a wave of nostalgia and affection for all these familiar characters. I do really appreciate this system. And like, I mean, it's kind of what we had with Red and Blue and Purple Hawk, but not quite. Hopefully it's a little bit more accurate than the dialogue snippets in DA2 was.
I can't believe it. All those people. Dead.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember running. Things were chasing me, and then a woman?
A woman?
She reached out to me, but then
Go to the forward camp, Liliana. I will take her to the rift.
what did happen?
It will be easier to show you. Call it the Breach. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that?
This one did. Unless we act, the Breach may grow until it swallows the world. Each time the Breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
Time enough to ask some questions.
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the Breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
You still think I did this? To myself?
Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
And if I'm not responsible?
Someone is, and you are our only suspect. You wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
I understand.
Then
I'll do what I can. Whatever it takes.
I love this game. Cassandra.
They have decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Okay, so we have all these Codex entries. Do you want me to read them? I know we usually read ones that we come across, but at almost the end of DA2, I realized that there was a whole slew of them that we never got to. So we can decide to read these as we go and unlock them. Or, I mean, I guess...
Your mark must be tested on something smaller than the breach.
How do I even get to Codex Entries? I think it's... Yeah. So we have... Whew, a lot. So what's worth reading? Oh. Okay, so we have a few already. This sounds like a good place to start. Feel free to skip over these if you want, but I was kind of sad that I missed these in DA2, and I'll put the timestamp on here so you can skip ahead. But I love the information, and the times that we did do it in Origins, like with the Uthanata, it's super... I don't know, it's special, and it adds to the lore. I like it. I'm going to read it. All right. Llewellyn of the Dalish. The Dalish are elves who refuse to live in human cities, where their people are exploited, having few rights. They choose to eke out an independent existence in the forests, attempting to keep the last remnants of their ancient culture alive. Emalynde is from Clan Llewellyn. I didn't know they put our name in here. A group of Dalish who migrate around the perpetually feuding Free Marches. Emalynde's people travel along the borders of each city-state's territory, where Free March rulers will be less inclined to attack them for fear of accidentally provoking neighboring cities. Oh no, I gotta go down with this one instead. Emalynde became a hunter at a young age, growing into a respected protector and provider. The recent Mage rebellions disturbed her clan's way of life, as the fighting spilled out into the countryside. Clan Llewellyn's leader, Keeper Deshana, ooh, goodness, Istime Thoriel. Llewellyn chose Emalynde to spy on the meeting at the Temple of Sacred Ashes between the Divine and the feuding factions, so she could bring back news of the outcome. After the explosion that killed the Divine, Emalynde was the only survivor. Rumors that the mysterious mark on her hand is a sign of the Maker's favor were spread by those who claimed they saw the Divine Prophet, Andraste herself, lead Llewellyn out of the Fade. All right. Divine Justinia. Formerly the revered mother, Dorothea of Arlay, Divine Justinia V rose to power after the death of Divine Beatrix III in the year 934 of the Dragon Age. Little is known of Dorothea's background before she joined the Chantry as an initiate, but she proved to be a liberal and daring thinker. Mage rights or mage fights? If you guys haven't read Asunder, Justinia is for the mages. She literally sends Liliana to help free a circle. I don't remember which one it was, but she was definitely implicit in aiding the mages and potentially helping to start the rebellion. Willing to take a former bard and lay sister, Liliana, as a close advisor. A headstrong devotion to her own agenda and rumored support of the Mage Rebellion earned her no small dislike from the powerful priests long used to controlling access to the Divine. In the year 940 of the Dragon Age, Divine Justinia called a summit, intending to negotiate a truce between the Mage Rebellion and the Templars, who did splinter from the Chantry. I actually didn't know that when I watched the summarization of the Tapestry video. that's why they're out in the countryside and not listening to the Divine, because they're like, oh, we're our own faction now, because normally they're controlled by the Chantry. The Divine Conclave was held at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, the most holy place in Thedas. Is this a place we go to in Origins? When we go and grab Andraste's ashes? I don't think so. Or maybe. I'm honestly not sure. Correct me in the comments. Before resolution could be reached, a cataclysmic explosion destroyed the Conclave, consumed the temple, rent the sky, and shattered the world's hopes for peace. Divine Justinia V perished in the Temple of Sacred Ashes. The Chantry flounders, leaderless, in the wake of her death, and its fate grows increasingly uncertain. If order is not restored to Thedas, Justinia V might be remembered as the Chantry's final divine. Right. I love the way they give us lore like this. Lord Seeker Lucius, I am fully aware of the intent behind your predecessor's declaration. Lord Seeker Lambert pried the Templars away from Chantry control and led them into an assault upon all mages, for reasons you both find justified. So this is covered in Asunder. Lord Seeker Lambert was kind of the person trying to... He was the Meredith of Asunder, we'll put it that way. I, however, am uncertain when the Seekers of Truth went from guarding against injustice to perpetrating it. Get 'em, Cassandra. If you truly believe that is not the case, I suggest you look out a window at the chaos this war has caused, and ask yourself if Thedas will recover even if you are victorious. I remain at Divine Justinia's right hand, and will stay there even if you brand me traitor. I'm sorry, but there is too much at stake to swerve from the path we willingly followed at the Chantry's foundation. Oops. From a letter by Seeker Cassandra Pentagast to Lord Seeker Lucius Corrin, Dragon 939. That shit's great. Okay, so what groups do we have? Just one. The Dalish Elves. My people. In time, the human empires will crumble. We have seen it happen countless times. Until then, we wait. We keep to the wild borderlands. We raise Hala and build Aravals and present a moving target to the humans around us. We try to keep hold of the old ways, to relearn what was forgotten. We call to the ancient gods, although they do not answer, and have not heard us since before the fall of Arlathon. I am going to be using Inquisition pronunciations and not those from Origins into, so that one day they might remember us. Elgarnan, the eldest of the sun, and he who overthrew his father, Mithal the protector, Fenharel the dread wolf, Andruil the huntress, Falondine the friend of the dead, Durthamen the keeper of secrets, Gillanane the mother of Hala, June the master of crafts, and Silaise the hearth keeper. We gather every 10 years for our Lathfin. Arlathma means I love you. Ven is short for, is part of the word Venan, my heart. So is it loving heart, maybe? Is that a decent translation? To retell the ancient stories and keep them alive. For when the human kingdoms are gone, we must be ready to teach the others what it means to be elves. It should say to be Elvanan. Or Elvain. As told by Gisharel, keeper of the Ralafaran clan of the Dalish Elves. Oh my god, I'm so ready to just immerse myself in all this Dalish lore again. Let me tell you. Okay, so we just have the one. I'm sure that we won't have to have such a long session of these in the future, because we just kind of got all of them at once for everything that's happened so far. The Conclave. It has been a year of little more than chaos. Yes, the mages voted to dissolve the Circle of Magi, but I will point out, this vote came only after increased restrictions were placed on them following the unfortunate events in Kirkwall. What other choice did they have? Yes, the Templar Order abandoned their duties and elected to pursue the mages to bring them back in line. But after 1,000 years in which their sole role, 1,000 years, was the mages' keepers, what else could one expect? I don't know. To stop being... Okay. That's a rant for DA2. My passions are high. They envisioned the war over quickly, a single battle that would see the mages' resolve crumble, after which they would meekly return to confinement. That did not happen. This conflict could drag on forever, with advantage on neither side. Both Templars and mages see this, and thus they have agreed to come to the Conclave. This is our chance. Words need to be said which have not been said. A compromise must be reached because there is no other choice. I believe this with all my heart. I am not without fault in all of this. Perhaps I push too hard for reform, or not hard enough. I'm going to go with the second option. The Maker has seen fit to give me another chance. I will not squander it. The Temple of Sacred Ashes is where, together, we will make history. And with luck, we will be remembered kindly for it. From the Journals of Divine Justinia V, Dragon 941. Alright. Ooh, the Breach. That's such a good card. I love the tarot cards in this. They're beautiful. Not to mention there are so many artists on Tumblr that will make you good ones for your character. I'm already considering getting one made for this character. The Breach. What does it mean to pierce the veil? That which separates our world from the realm of dreams and demons. For the average man and woman, it is a frightening thought to consider just how fragile this separation actually is. The veil is not a physical curtain, nor a structure limited to our particular place. It is everywhere. It is in their home, in the streets where they walk, in farmers' fields, as well as remote mountain vales. At any moment, it could be torn to shreds, allowing demons and other horrors to flood into our world like water through a burst dam. Known lore tells us that small rifts can be sealed, but what about a large one? What if some catastrophic magical event created a rift so large and horrific it weakened the integrity of the veil as a whole? Such a breach would threaten our entire world, turning concerns about occasional demonic intrusion into a charming anecdote compared to the monster we would then face. If there is anything to be done, any reason we should look at magic with fear, it is for that possibility more than any other. Or magic can help keep that at bay. I guess it's all about perspective. Not surprised to find this from The True Thread of Magic by Lady Seeker Alondra Vale. Sebastian Vale. Is this any relation? Chantry Thumpers. Okay, so I'm not worried about the tutorials. So, let's get this rolling, because can I save yet? Can I? I can save. That's kind of handy. So, that's good to know, and we'll keep going.
My Creator, judge me whole. Find me well within your grace. Touch me with fire that I be cleansed.
Who is this guy?
Tell me I have summoned to your approval.
Ooh, this is sensitive. Okay, I'll try not to be... I might change those settings when we're done.
Open the gate. We are heading into the valley.
All right. Now it's gonna let us. I think... There we go. That's what I want. So access the quest map by pressing... So we're just gonna run up here. These are really sensitive. I might have to change this sooner than later. I'm one of those people that plays with the sensitivity really low. Like, especially in something I need really... Oh, her little face.
The pulses are coming faster now.
At least that was kind of her.
The larger the breach grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everything farther in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I suppose you'll see soon enough.
Okay. So things I need more finite control than like League of Legends. League of Legends, my sensitivity is really low because I want to be able to At least that's how I play. Ooh. Soul stand still. Let's just fix this now. Here we go.
Stay behind me.
All right. Let's do this. Okay, right trigger? Oh, can I not attack and move? I am. I'm holding it. Oh, did she taunt? Okay, I do have abilities. There we go. So I don't necessarily need to stealth, and I'm not much for stealth. I just want to be ranged. Yeah. You, Cassandra.
It's over.
Drop your weapon. Now.
Cass, I need this. I think she needs to trust us.
If you're going to lead me through a demon-infested valley, you'll have to trust me.
Give me one reason to trust you.
Because my life is on the line.
You're right. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless. I should remember you agreed to come willingly.
Yes. Look at that face. She is so cute. Okay, so, there is still a boy right there? Maybe not. Alright. So, there's not a whole lot of room to run around right now. Oh, that's lodged in midair. Cool. Please don't be buggy, Inquisition. Oh, okay, bye.
Take these potions. Maker knows what we will face.
Thank you, Cassandra.
Where are all your soldiers?
At the forward camp, or fighting. We are on our own for now.
Take all. Thank you. I don't need to examine my items yet, but I appreciate it. I'm not going to be super annoying with this. I just know that there's a lot of, like, hidden stuff that I always miss at the beginning. So that was in front of me. Okay, it's right here. Just a point back. Can I get some elf fruit? No, that looks like some core. So I should disclaim that I'm not, like, super hardcore about crafting. I love gathering things. I'm super big on gathering. But I'm not going to spend a whole ton of time, like, making sure that I've got, yes, thank you, the very best of all the gear.
Watch out! If we flank them, we may gain the advantage.
Well, they're coming up here. So I don't know if we get a disadvantage because we're on lower ground. I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, Cass, sweetheart. Okay, so I think if we go back this way, they're supposed to be. Yeah. Thank you for the money. Okay, we've got more buddies. I usually kill the green boys first,
from a distance.
but this guy's closer. Thank you for taunting, I appreciate it. Yeah. Can I shoot him now? No, we're not. There we go. Yeah, because those guys are weaker, and so they're easy to take out. And so then we don't have as many people casting at once. Oh, we got a Codex unlocked. Let me grab this elf fruit, because it's very important. Okay. Codex. Crafting materials. Yeah! Fabled Elf Fruit. Elf Fruit was first used by the elves of Arlathon, hence the name. The root gave their medicines particular efficacy. So when the Imperium conquered the elves, the magisters adopted its use, and its popularity spread to all corners of the Empire. That's rude. Oops. The elf fruit is a hardy plant with large green leaves that grows wild in many places. It's so common that it tends to show up in most gardens and fields, almost like a weed. Unlike a weed, however, most people appreciate having access to the wonderful little plant. The roots can be used with very little preparation. Rubbing some of the juice on a wound, for example, will speed up healing and numb pain. And chewing on a slice of root treats minor ailments like indigestion, flatulence, and hoarse throats. There are several varieties, but the most useful for herbalists are the bitter, gossamer, and royal elf roots. An excerpt from the Botanical Compendium by Inez Arancia, botanist. She's from Origins, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, give me that creature codex. Oh, we have two? The Shade. It has often been suggested that the only way for a demon to affect the world of the living is by possessing a living, or once living, body. But this is not always true. Indeed, a Shade is one such creature, a demon in its true form that has adapted to affect the world around it. My hypothesis is this. We already know that many demons have become confused when they pass through the veil into our world. They are unable to tell the living from the dead. The very static nature of our universe being confusing to a creature that is accustomed to a physicality defined entirely by emotion and memory. Most demons seek to seize immediately upon anything they perceive as life, jealously attempting to possess it. But what of those that do not? What of those that encounter no life, or fail to possess a body? What of those that are more cautious by their nature? These demons watch, they lurk, they envy. In time, such a demon will learn to drain energy from the psyche of those that it encounters, just as it did in the Fade. I didn't know that. Once it is drained enough, it has the power to manifest and will forever after be known as a Shade. Such a creature spurns possession. It instead floats as a shadow across its piece of land, preying upon the psyche of any who cross its path. Perhaps it believes itself still in the Fade. There is evidence to believe this is so. Oh, I'm sorry, we just needed to go to the next one. It is definitely Codex time. Wraith. Like wisps, Wraith are sometimes thought to be the remains of spirits or demons that have been destroyed. They cannot shape the Fade around themselves, nor are they capable of mimicking forms they see in the minds of dreamers as many weaker spirits do. Instead, they are the scavengers of the Fade, dwelling in the shadows of stronger beings, feeding on scraps of thought and emotion. From Beyond the Veil, Spirits and Demons, by enchanter Midramel. Alright, does that keep us? Yes. So, we got everything we needed to from here. Where was that? Okay, so that's up that way. Ugh, maybe I didn't get it as well adjusted as I thought. The camera, that is. So this is the remains of our Wraith. Thank you. I would like those dreamer rags, please. Alright.
Ah! They're falling from the breach!
What? Okay, I'm actually gonna save it here, because I'm trying to keep us pretty on time. So, thank you guys so much for joining me for kind of our first episode, if you don't want to count character creation as our first episode. I'll probably do 30-minute episodes because I'm trying to still get you guys content during the week. And this is an easier way for me to do that, because I feel like if we do hour-long episodes, it's going to take me literally forever to render. And it takes me almost twice as much time or more to edit. So this lets us have more consistent, reliable content. And I figure that's what we both want. So, I'm really excited to start this journey with you guys. This is my favorite fucking game. I'm super into the lore. I love elves. I love soulless. And I am really, really looking forward to seeing all of the nuances and the lore that I have missed by not playing the games in order. So, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.